What up, gang? Carolina Jackpot time coming at you. It is Friday morning. I hope everybody's doing good today. I want to talk some college football. Before we get into that, I want to make a couple of announcements here. First off, if you're new around here, consider staying true around here. Subscribe to the Carolina Jackpot channel. Recently passed 14,000 subs. We're on to 100,000 next. Thank you for your support. Also, hit the thumbs up on this video. It helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. The brand I sell when you see me driving around in this box truck every day, Utz potato chips. In Publix this week through Tuesday, that's at any Publix grocery store, through this coming Tuesday, we have our Utz potato chips, our Zapp's potato chips, our Utz pretzels, and a new line of chips. Well, they're not new. They've been out for a few years. Boulder Canyon. It's a potato chip made from all natural ingredients. It doesn't have all the kind of additives and just kind of bad stuff that other brands might possibly have. Those have really been growing for us the past few years in terms of a brand. Well, they're also included in this sale. Buy 2 bags, get 3 free at Publix. That's it. Buy 2, get 3 for free. So you're going to pay $9.58, but you're going to get 5 bags of chips, and you can mix and match them. You can get 5 bags of Utz chips, or you can get 2 bags of Boulder Canyon. You can get 1 pretzel, 1 Zap, and 1 Utz chip, or you can get 4 Zaps and 1 pretzel. However you want to do it. That's a great deal, and it breaks down to $1.92 a bag. And I'm coming on here doing this advertising because I'm trying to get this pushed out. Hey, I got a decent amount of subscribers here. Most of you live in the southeastern United States. There's probably a Publix near where you live at. Let's get that out. Spread the word out to friend or foe. Let them know about this great deal we've got at Publix. You know, football season's still got, 2 months left? Potato chips are normally good for at least 4 months. So you can buy now and stock up for later. This is a great deal. You don't want to miss out on this. Buy 2, get 3 free mix and match deal. Wow. Take advantage of it, guys. Now, on to the other part of the video. I'm sorry, I don't normally advertise things on here. Like, no one has ever paid me to advertise anything on this channel, ever, in the history of Carolina Jackpot. I haven't ever approached me about a deal or anything. Kind of pisses me off just a little bit. I've been grinding over here on YouTube for a long time, and nobody's ever really kind of thrown me a little bit of a bone. But, I mean, it is what it is. I don't even know how you set that up. Maybe you got to go out and beat the bushes and get them to, I don't know, get their attention, and then they come to you. But it's whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. This Saturday, live stream at 3:30 p.m., South Carolina versus Alabama. Also, at the same time, we're going to be live streaming the Vanderbilt versus Missouri game, because I want to have some decent football on that we can live stream and comment on while the Gamecocks are out here getting the shit kicked out of them by the Alabama Crimson Tide. Speaking of that other game, I find it interesting that both these teams have 1 loss. The winner may have an inside track to get to the SEC championship game. Now, you look at their remaining schedules. Vanderbilt has the tougher schedule. They've got to go to Texas. They've also got to go to Tennessee. I know Texas is not good this year, but it's still, that's a formidable task for Vanderbilt to take down. They've also got to face Auburn at home, and I know Auburn's not good either, but you know, they're going to be looking to try to knock somebody off. I mean, their season has been a failure. I mean, shitting on Vandy's parade would certainly kind of give them a little bit of a sweet taste, I guess, and go into the offseason with. Probably going to fire their coach, too. Mizzou, looking at their remaining schedule, they've got Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Come to think of it, they've got a tough road to hoe, too. I think they lose both those games. And one's at home, one's on the road. I don't think they beat Texas A&M, and I definitely don't think they're beating Oklahoma. But we'll see. I think Vanderbilt's the better football team in this matchup. And it's not, I'm not just saying that because I am solidly going to be behind Diego Pavia and the Vanderbilt Commodores in this matchup. Don't like Missouri. They're dead to me as a program. Had a falling out with some of the guys from the Mizzou podcast over the summer. So as it goes now, I'm definitely behind Vanderbilt in this matchup. I just think they're the better team. They have the better quarterback. They have a run defense that I think can hold Ahmad Hardy in check. This guy's been kind of pedestrian the past couple of weeks after just lighting the world on fire. The first 5 weeks of the season, Alabama and Auburn kind of brought him back down to earth a little bit. Now, I know Alabama and Auburn have good run defenses, but so does Vanderbilt. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Not so much fun over on the other television, and I have gotten to the point where the pressure and the yoke around my shoulders that every season is the South Carolina Gamecocks hype train and thoughts that we may have a good season this year, and what's Coach Beamer going to do this year? How's the offense going to look this year? We've answered all those questions. Terrible, the worst. This season has went as bad as it possibly could go. I mean, I guess we could have lost to Kentucky too. But outside of that, this has been the worst that this season could possibly have gone. Okay, you went from the end of last year, everybody talking about how hot this team was, to a bowl game where you crapped the bed, you lost, but everybody kind of dismissed it as, well, it was a bowl game. You had a few players out, maybe that layoff kind of hurt. I don't know, maybe Illinois just dialed up something you just weren't ready for, and it'll be okay. And we all talked ourselves into believing that. The bowl game was a glimpse into the future. That 100% was. It was a glimpse into the future, except the sad part was you played a hell of a lot better in that bowl game that you lost than any of these losses that you have this season. This has been just one clown show after another. Every single week, just stacked one on top of each other. And at this point, I'm not going to say that I don't care anymore, but I'm not really letting it bother me that much anymore. I'm not going to blow up and lose my mind on Saturday. So, if that's what you're looking for when you tune into this one, you're probably not going to get it. I've resigned myself to the fact that Shane Beamer's not going to make a change with the offensive coordinator before the end of the year. He's not going to fire Mike Shula. He's not going to take his play calling duties away from him. And Shane Beamer's not getting fired at the end of the year, and he's not going to go to Virginia Tech, most likely. He's probably going to make South Carolina end up firing him after he puts the program in an even worse hole than it is right now after 2026, if that's even possible. I see multiple scenarios of a lot of bad shit happening at the end of this year. I see Dylan Stewart hitting the transfer portal. I see other pieces hitting the transfer portal. I mean, maybe, you lose J.R. Johnson to the portal. He's a sophomore this year, right? That linebacker, really good player. I can see him hitting the portal. I can see some of those wide receivers, young kids that you brought in, hitting the portal. It's scary. And then there's the Lenore Sellers deal. He's not ready for the NFL. He would have been if your ass had brought in a competent coordinator and you, Shane Beamer, had made the choices that you needed to make in terms of your offensive line and that offensive line staff that could have kept this kid upright at least 50% of the damn time this year. If you, I don't want a bunch of Remington Award winners up there. Okay, I'd love to have it, but that's not what I'm asking for on the offensive line. I just want something competent. Give me a C. Remember when you made a C in school? It's because you tried, but you didn't really try all that hard all the time, and a lot of the time you fucked off, but then when it came down to it, you kind of did what you had to do, and you ended up making a C. I would have taken a C on the offensive line. Not the unit that we have, which is a solid F. It's a solid F. Don't tell me it's a D minus. Don't even tell me it's a D plus. It's a D minus, D plus. It's an F. Failure. 100% failure across the board. And everybody's talking about it. All the college football YouTubers talk about it, whether it's a novice channel or whether it's ones that actually have a lot of data that kind of dive into this stuff and do it more on a full-time basis. To some of the guys who actually there's some of the guys I watch. It's a show called Southeastern 16. One of the guys on there does a lot of betting advice. One of them writes for a newspaper, and a couple of the other ones are just, I don't know, they're sports podcasters, but they put some stuff together, and they've dove into these problems, and nobody can seem to figure it out. I mean, no one can seem to figure out why your offensive line is so bad and why nothing was done about it, why you could not have seen this coming a long time ago. And don't fucking tell me injuries, damn it. I don't want to hear about fucking injuries. They all go to practice. Every one of them goes to practice. So one of them gets hurt, somebody should be able to step in there and do something. I don't want to hear about your injury problems. That's an old, worn-out, tired, pussy-ass excuse that you've been lamenting for years. And that's what Shane Beamer is, a pussy-ass crybaby. That, you can't believe a word that comes out of this man's mouth. You can't believe a word that comes out of this man's mouth. You're in a press conference, what have you. It's all BS, smoking me. I don't believe a word that he says. I don't. I'm at that point right now. So, this game, Alabama can probably roll up. They can roll up as many points as they want to, honestly. Ty Simpson has been laser accurate with the football the past few weeks. Really, ever since the loss to Florida State. This guy's just gotten better and better each week. We're going to get slaughtered. We're absolutely going to get slaughtered by this bunch because I don't know how many of those players have just given up and said, fuck it, this is it till I, get ready to go get in the portal. I'm not gonna exert any more energy than I have to. I don't know how many of those you've got on that team. Hopefully it's not a lot, but who in the world could blame them if it was? Who could blame them if it was? So my expectations are gone. My dreams for this season are gone. Make no mistake about it. My dreams for this season were my realistic expectations in August going into this season were I want to make a good bowl game. I want to try to possibly upset somebody if we can along the way and maybe make it into the playoffs because we're not projected to make it there. South Carolina's over-under win total was 7.5, which didn't make any sense. So when you came out in the preseason, they had them ranked number 11. I think it was number 11 or 13. It was somewhere in there. It doesn't matter. Whatever it was, the ranking was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Whatever it was. Which to me, I was like, well, they got us winning 7.5 games, but they got you ranked this high. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm like, somebody doesn't know what they're talking about somewhere. Well, it turned out that the people in Vegas set that line way too high because you weren't winning 7 or 8 games. That's where they put you at a 7.5 win total. They thought you would either win 7 or 8 regular season games, give or take. You were nowhere close to any of those numbers, and you're not going to be. So, with that being said, we're going to keep doing live streams here. We're going to keep pulling for the Gamecocks. Eventually, guys and gals, I'm going to tell you, I'm apathetic right now with the way things are going, but I still hold out hope. Hold out hope. Someone is going to come here one of these days, and they're going to get this thing turned around. And don't think that it's going to be Shane Beamer and that some magic light is going to go off in his dome and that all of a sudden he's going to become a really good coach and he's going to fix this thing and he's going to hire. No, just don't do it. Stop. He's already, one of these podcasts I listen to, and this saying I've heard it everywhere. The most recent place I heard it, I listened to this Crime Junkie podcast. I listened to it a lot over the summer and shit because I like true crime, diving into that, unsolved mysteries, unsolved cold cases, even some like mob type shit. All this stuff kind of interests me. But I listen to it a lot over the summer and all the off season. Right now, what I listen to is mostly college football content, and a lot of it is people taking a dump on my team. Well, that's not all that. That's included in it, though. Every time we're brought up, and with good reason. The Crime Junkie podcast is one of the ones I listen to, and the girl that hosts it is one of her sayings is, "When people show you who they are, believe them." Shane Beamer has shown you time after time after time who he is. Believe him. Believe him. It's true. He's shown you time after time after time he's a douche. Believe you. It's true. Somebody's going to come in here and fix this one of these days. And I'm just holding out hope that it's the next guy. Or the next gal, for that matter. Hell, I wouldn't care if they hired a female football coach. As long as it was somebody that came in here and won, I would support him. But I'm not supporting him. And I get lost with the whole, well, we was all over his nutsack last year. That's because he was winning. That's the way things work generally in this world. We like folks that win. We like winners, especially when they win for our team. And they're taking our team to wins. When they're taking our team to losses and flushing our season down the toilet, we generally don't like them very much. When they're wasting two potential first-round draft picks and most likely running them off, yeah, we don't really like that too much. So, with that being said, tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 live stream. I'm going to put a video out later on today. I'm going to go over some Vegas lines on some games for tomorrow. Tomorrow's not the best slate of college football games that we've seen all year. The Vandy and Mizzou matchup and, the Oklahoma Ole Miss, they're about it. But you can always find really good matchups any Saturday. It just depends on you. If you're an avid college football fan, college football nut, kind of like myself, anything's enjoyable. I sat there and watched South Alabama and Georgia State last night. Watched the whole thing. Won myself a bet, too. Kentrell Bullock, South Alabama, over 115 yards rushing, baby. Went over that 85 yards for me. Thank you very much, Mr. Bullock. Anyway, that's about all I got to say about that, guys. I will see you all later on. I appreciate your peace, and I'm out of here. Go Gamecocks. Woo, woo.